You were just being helpful.
It's an epic fail.
That's me who's in the doghouse. You need to be positive for her, OK? Especially today.
Listen, she didn't mean all that stuff about Sam. She knows how much you love Oliver.
I hope so. Yeah, look, you should get that.
Hi. Has Leanne gone ahead of you?
She's not been at home.
Really? Is that because you two had words?
Yes. And now I don't know whether to go to the court.
You have to be there.
I'm a traitor, the enemy.
Nick, Leanne needs you there, whether she knows it or not.
Right, well, I'm damned if I do, and I'm damned if I don't.
Well, in that case, do. Look, trust me, if you don't show up today, Leanne is never going to get beyond it. She needs to know you showed up.
Remember what Imran said, the report isn't the only element that the judge is going to take into consideration.
Yeah, except it's written by an impartial guardian. We're just the over-emotional, selfish, manipulative parents.
Yeah, with the moral high ground, because we've got right on our side.
Yeah, but if we've got Nick against us, what chance have we got with a judge who doesn't even know Oliver? What do you think?
Look, I'm just here to wish you the best of luck. I'm going to be waiting outside.
Cheers, babe.
With Nick, if that's OK.
No. No, I don't want him here.
Leanne, I know you think you mean that.
Don't tell me what I mean.
Guys, can we just concentrate on Oliver, please?
Steve, Nick is really struggling. He can't do right for doing wrong.
Oh, well, maybe he should have a boys-only day with Sam, then cheer himself up a bit.
So he's just lost his right to care for Oliver?
In a word.
Look, I know you're going through hell, Leanne, but you're starting to lose perspective.
Trace.
You know what? It's only 5 minutes ago you were itching to pull the plug yourself.
That is not true. I was just really worried
You just didn't want to waste money. Yeah, I know. You should go.
I'm going to be waiting right here, Steve. I've taken the afternoon off work.
Well, why don't you go and get your nails done or something? Because you're no good to us here. We don't need you.
Cheers, babe, but I do think it is best if it's just us two, so I'll see you in a bit.
In the case of Richards to court one. All parties in the case of Richards.
I'm sorry, Dad.
You heard then?
Yeah, I rang Imran. He said it was a tough day.
Yeah, well, it's just the first day. We'll get to have our say tomorrow.
I wish I could have been there with you, Steve. But, Leanne...
Oh, yeah, look, I'm sorry I didn't back you up. I just didn't want to upset her,
Yeah, don't worry, it's fine. Why don't you come and have a sit down, tell us how it went? What did Elliot say?
Well, do you mind if we do this later?
No, of course not. Are you all right?
Yeah.
Mum's made you some tea.
Well, we've not been through enough.
I'm gonna let that go just this once. How was Leanne?
Well, yeah,
Maybe I'll call her later, see how she is.
No, I'd leave it. Follow me.
Why, Steve? Because she had a go at me. I told you, it's fine.
No, I just don't think she wants to be bothered.
Well, maybe she'll want somebody to talk to.
No, she's going to the hospital now.
Well, it wouldn't take long, would
No,
it?
seriously, leave it. Sorry. It's been a long day.
It's OK, it's fine.
I'm gonna go and lie down.
What about your tea? Well, I would think the reason he's not picking up is because he's still asleep. Yeah, he went for a lie down about an hour ago and he's been flat out ever since. Amy, do you think for once you might put that down while we're at the table?
You're literally talking to Toya on one.
That's different.
You promised me that I could buy those gig tickets.
Not while we're eating. I think I probably should go and wake him up. I've been wanting to get back to the hospital. What? She asked everybody to leave. Leanne actually said that. OK, Toya, I'll get him to call you.
Is Leanne all right?
Apparently not. She's at the hospital having a meltdown, and your dad is spark out, doesn't want to talk about it. I think something must have happened between them.
Like what?
I don't know, but I'm going to find out.
Is any of that tea knocking about?
I've had Toya on the phone. She's trying to get hold of you.
Right.
Leanne is kicking off, acting all weird, and I can't get a word out of you, so whatever's happened, Steve, it must have been pretty bad. Look, if you don't tell me, I'm going to have to phone Leanne. What's happened? Have you had a big row or something?
No, we haven't had a row. In fact, it's quite the opposite of a row.
What's the opposite of a row?
Leanne came on to me.
I wasn't expecting that.
Tell me about him.
Why? How?
OK, look, we got back from the hearing and went back to hers, and she was very upset. In fact, we were both very upset, and, well, we had a little drink. She had a bit more than I did, and I was comforting her, and, well, she said, well, it doesn't really matter what she said, but she made it pretty clear that she was up for it, if I was up for it. Which I wasn't, obviously.
Obviously.
No, she didn't mean it. She didn't know what she was doing. It meant nothing. It was nothing. You do believe me, don't you? Look, I should have mentioned it the minute I walked through the door. I don't know why I didn't. Well, I do, actually. Look, apart from being a coward, I didn't want you kicking off with Leanne. She's got enough on her plate at the moment. Well, she didn't mean it. She's certainly not thinking straight, and she's certainly not interested in me. Nick she needs. Too stubborn to admit it. I just happen to be the nearest available mammal. So don't kick off with Leanne, please.
Have you finished?
Can I book these gig tickets?
Not now, Amy.
Oh, but Mum promised, and there's only a few left, see?
I won't be long.
No, please don't.
Don't what?
Oi! Battersby, I think it's about time me and you had words, don't you think?
Look, Tracy,
Look, I know you're struggling and everything, but you must be in a really bad way if you're coming on to Steve. This is really difficult for me. I have hated you for as long as I can remember. And now I've got every reason to punch your lights out. I can't. And worse than that, don't even want to.
I think that's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
If I had to sit in that court every day and listen to strangers making decisions about Amy's life, I think I'd do a lot worse than trying to cop off with a married man. Leanne, when I go off the rails, everybody knows about it.
Well, we both had our moments, haven't we?
Yeah. Had our little run-ins and all, haven't we? But you know something? I've always thought you're a great mum. I have never doubted that.
Thanks. Listen, I'm sorry I sent you away.
It's fine.
No, it's not. Shouldn't have taken it out on you.
You know, part of me was pleased that I didn't have to sit through what you and Steve were facing. I don't know how you're coping. I genuinely mean that.
I'm not. I thought we'd already established that.
Leanne, I don't think I'd even be able to get out of bed. And you are in and out of this hospital. You're talking to doctors, lawyers. You're campaigning, going to court. I think you're incredible. Oliver is so lucky to have you.
It's not making much difference, though, is it? I just love him so much. Sorry.
I know you do. Oh, blimey, it's a good job there's that social distancing in place, because I'm actually quite tempted to give you a hug.
Yeah, all right, Tracy, don't go overboard. I just can't lose him, Tracy. I just can't. But I'm worried that it's not going to go our way.